Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee, da-dee, a-fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
We have 100% hired the correct staff for this job.
You may all call me Doctor.
I am Myrtleline, the grunt repair.
Goblonia.
I'm a repair gob. If you have anything that needs to be like broken and then fixed again.
And I am Bigor. Previous experience involves being a test subject for Mr. Dr. Pepper.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Nat 21 Adventures Wednesday night radio free Goblonia. I'm your host, Robert Turk. I'm an author and game designer. I made the game we're going to play tonight, and it's coming to Kickstarter in just under 2 weeks, October 5th. So if you want to follow along with the rules, you can download those at my website, wicked-clever.com. All right, that's the free quick and dirty edition. You don't have to pay anything. You can see what the rules are. You can see what the playbooks are. You can see what the characters are doing. Speaking of characters, this is our cast. Let's give a warm welcome to Cubby, Kitty, Shoshi, and as always, Mab, just Mab.
I live here.
I lost my earpiece.
Smash the patriarchy.
Yes. That's our new tagline.
I love
Dave
it so much.
Olsher came up with that
Nice.
yesterday when we were trying to get a good, catchy slogan. So, yeah, the game's pretty much done. We're in the final phases of playtesting. We're playing it here for your enjoyment, and it's coming to Kickstarter to make it into an actual real-life book that you can hold and hug and lick and whatever you want to do. It'll be
I
your
didn't
book.
really
So,
think I needed one, but now I definitely do.
now you do. So, and it's gonna have some awesome art in it, awesome goblin stuff in it. And for those of you that are joining us for the first time, do we have anybody joining us for the first time? I don't know. I can't see the list. My microphone's in the way. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a game about goblins, but not the Dungeons and Dragons kind of goblin. These are modern, mythical, neo-Victorian style goblins who live in their big city of Goblonia and plot and scheme and stick it to Titania. There you go.
Patriarchy.
The patriarchy. And most games, the Fae are these nice, beautiful. Nah, screw that. The fairies are bad. All right. You don't want to mess with them. So we've got our goblins. We're going to go one by one and let everybody introduce themselves, say who they're playing, and what kind of character they are, like what your playbook is, what you do. So we're going to start with whoever pops up in the screen to begin with. Oh, that's me. I'm just running it. Hang on. There we go.
Hi, I'm Squidge, and I make things and I fix things. I take all the little pieces and parts and debris that I find in the world, and dirt and boogers and stuff. You'd be surprised at what a good adhesive boogers can be sometimes.
Oh, hello. I am Bigor. Talents include being a test subject, the great interest in science, but my true passion is the opera. Someday I will reach my goal of performing on the Goblin Opera stage. Just working my way up there now. Excited to be on this job. I feel like I'm really using a lot of my skills for this job, which surprises me.
I am Dr. Pibb, extraordinary scientist. My talents involve science, more science, and being unrecognized by the fools in the Academy of Goblonia Sciences. Also, things tend to explode a lot, but that's what science is.
That's what Goblonia is.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Yes.
Oh, hi there. My name is Myrtle Line. I'm a grunt. I have the honor of being the housekeeper for the esteemed and very talented, super smart Mr. Dr. Bibb. And my hobbies include admiring him, cleaning up his explosions, and admiring him. Cleaning.
And that's our cast. So the mission so far is that there is a rich wannabe goblin who wants to live on the top of the city, on the top of the heap, up there with the snobby folk. His name is Phineas Flout. And our crew has been hired to basically give him a hazing ritual. They are haunting a mausoleum where he must spend the night. So, this is what happened so far. Quick and dirty recap. Dr. Mr. Pibb created a machine to shoot holograms. Squidge created a automaton to chase the guy around and flutter his ankles and say boo. Bigor recruited a community theater volunteer cast and rehearsed being ghosts with them. Myrtleine has decided to attempt to seduce the guy after sending all the other workers away. So that's where we are in the middle of the action. Make everybody. Boom. There we go. For those of you that don't know, most of you know, a Nat 21 is an audience participation stream. You can spend your points, your channel points, to do different things. You can give the players items. So, whoops, you drop this, spend some points, give it to them. You can allow them to discard and redraw a card, or you can make it harder for them by giving me cards. You notice we say cards because this game doesn't use any dice. It uses regular decks of playing cards. So, everybody ready? Here we go. No?
Yeah. Okay.
And if you don't know what channel points do, you want to spend them anyway, just give it a try. We'll roll with it. All right. So, it's your turn. You all can do whatever you want. The one thing I forgot to mention is there is a skylight that I believe Mr. Dr. Pibb is looking through. Dr. Mr. Pibb?
Mr. Dr. Pibb. Sadly.
Mr. Doctor. Yeah. Is
And
looking
I'm-
down through. And there are buckets of blood that have been strung up with rope and pulleys that can be dumped when needed. And you all do have one, you have one king on the board. But it looks funny on Dr. Pibb's head. So
Watch that.
I'll just remember that you've got one.
I fixed it. Go ahead, put it back.
Oh, now it's going to go on. Hey!
Hey.
Look, I fixed it again.
Oh no, it followed me.
All right.
That was a terrible idea.
Okay. So, oh yeah, somebody just voted for Bigor. That's the other thing. In the middle of the show, we will do a commercial break. We don't know who's going to do that commercial break or what it's going to be about. But you get to vote, and the player with the most votes halfway through the show gets put on the spot while everybody else goes to have a bathroom break. They get to entertain you with an ad lib, whatever. So we've already got a vote for Bigor on the board.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm gonna, yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, this may not end up lasting. We'll see. Okay. So that's the situation. What are you doing?
Oh, I also have my four actors are poised at the corners of the mausoleum, ready to scramble up to the top and bang on the window.
That's what they started doing right at the end. They scrambled up and they're banging on the window. So it's getting spooky.
It has begun.
Squidge has cut out, and
Remember your training.
Myrtleine was attempting a long distance lap dance.
I'm too sexy for my duster. Too sexy for my duster.
I stopped peeking in the skylight for a
Yeah,
moment.
that's gonna traumatize you.
I don't need to see that.
We're supposed to scare them.
So exotic. It's like a fan dance. Somebody stop me! Somebody stop me!
I would actually like to try and get a peek at this.
Oh my.
Let's actually do a test here to so we can just basically ignore that and let's do a test here and see if this banging actually does anything to spook him.
Is that me pulling cards?
That's you pulling cards.
All right.
That is you pulling cards. So this is something you've set up beforehand.
And I'm going to make an argument for finagle.
Yeah, this could totally be finagle.
Weedle.
Yeah, this is not Weedle. This is definitely finagle. You
Good.
are using physicality in a clever, distracting way.
Yes.
So you are looking at one card for the test, one card for the bonus that you got from training up these ghost people,
And then
and two cards for the finagle. Actually, I forgot. It's been a very long day. I have to show my cards first before you draw yours. So you
that's
have
right,
to
because I can choose to fail.
You can choose to fail. So you have to beat a 7.
Ooh. Well, I'm with my 4 cards, just making sure the chat isn't doing anything to. No, I think we're good. All right. 4 cards.
Yes, but you only get to use 3 of them.
There we are. It's hard to know. There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's a very. I guess I'll take the 8 and the ace and the 3.
No, the 2 is higher than the ace.
The 2 is higher than the ace.
I thought aces
but
were.
yes.
Never mind.
No, you got it.
Then,
Ace
there we
is
go.
1. So you got it.
Haha! With my 8. That was a little
Yes.
close.
The banging on the mausoleum echoes through the entire thing, and it definitely has a spooky, eerie sound to it. Yeah. So the
I'm sorry. I'm
Phineas is like
just reading.
looking around like, what in the heck is that? Now, it might just be an excuse to distance himself from Myrtleline, but there you go. All right, who's next? Who's doing something?
He's drinking the if we recollect, he had a lovely sip of the old glass of wine with the superlative bonuses of check out, baby, yeah.
Did you
And then-
spike his wine?
With a powerful hallucinogen.
All right. There you
When
go.
you didn't mention it, I was half hoping that Myrtleline would drink and forget it as well, and that's when I would bring it up.
Are you kidding? That's the only reason I'm doing the lap dance, is so that he can drink this, and then
Right.
I will ghost out.
That'll be so scary.
Yeah, no,
All right.
So, how's that trip coming along?
Well, I'm pretty sure this is a fast acting hallucinogenic. And so the banging and the yeah, that doesn't do really a light effect.
No, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
It was
We could do this.
Yeah, no, the other one was a little bit better because
The other one was better. All right. So yeah, you can actually see his eyes get really wide. Do your eyes get wide, or they narrow to points when you hallucinate?
They get like
big,
super
big, yeah,
dilated.
With
Yes,
a
this group would know.
With a
So,
Dr.
um,
Pibb
A few of us answered a
hallucinogen,
little
one eye
fast.
gets really wide and the other one shrinks.
Ooh, the Bowie.
And then they change places.
I
All right, so his eyes are doing that. They're flexing here, back and forth.
Okay,
And,
now we're gonna freak him out. And I go, you thought I was really here? I'm a spirit from a ghost long past. And then I would like to disappear in plain sight, hide in plain sight.
Okay. Now the spirit of hiding plain sight
Oh,
is
yeah.
that you're overlooked because you seem like you should belong. So you're channeling the fact that you are a ghost and you just sort of under the
I
hallucinogenic.
belong in a mausoleum.
You belong in a mausoleum. All right, we'll go for it. Spend a squib.
Totally.
I love this so much. He's just like, lap dance. What? Oh, that person's been in this mausoleum the whole time.
Yes. I was gonna say there's nothing inherently dangerous about screwing with a rich, hallucinating, but
Yeah.
I think maybe it's slightly dangerous. Because-
That's just Tuesday at Burning Man.
Right. Yeah.
Ah,
He could freak out and start hitting you or something. So I'll give him 2 cards. He gets a 5 and a 4.
Okay. So I'm not going to choose to fail because I want to see the look on his face. So that's +2 for the hide in plain sight. That's
Correct.
1 for the test.
Yep.
And is this a scram or a
This
Weedle?
is probably scram. However, I would be willing to give you figure since you've
I'll take
sort of
figure.
set it all up with the hallucinogen and the idea of ghosts in the mausoleum.
Oh, yeah.
So
What do I have to be?
that's the bonus you're going to get from using all the things is you get to use your higher trait here, which is figure. Oh,
What do I have
somebody
to
just
be?
made it harder. Oh, that makes it a pair of 5s.
Which is funny. Because I wouldn't have been able to win anyway. It would have been
Oh. Well, hang
That's
on.
a straight.
I know.
Straights don't do anything in Goblonia. They don't count like that. So, Map, just to make sure, you drew 5 cards, right?
Yeah. One,
And those are your best 3. Okay, you
three,
can spend a
4, 5.
squib if you want.
I
to
already
draw
did
one more
spend
card.
a squib.
You are well, yeah, you did it for the power.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be to get another 5. That would
All right.
be impossible. So this is my
Right. Yeah. Okay. So he doesn't fall for the I'm just a ghost trick.
Woo.
He is still hallucinating, but
What am I then? If I'm not a ghost.
well, clearly you are just trying to ghost me after this terrible date.
Are you sure you're not ghosting me? Okay, I gotta go. Bye. And I just
Okay. Anybody else?
This is still on the turn that I went.
Yes. Yeah. This
Is he
still on the turn.
anywhere near any of the buckets that are rigged up to pulleys?
Yeah. I mean, you've rigged him up everywhere. If you want to pull a bucket of blood, you're just throwing everything at him right at the beginning.
yeah.
I mean, that works. That's the goblin way. You're not going to spend all night teasing it out, right? Just bang on the windows, do the lap dance, dump blood on him. If he doesn't get the hint,
Yeah,
Some
he's
goblins use subtlety, and they're all cowards.
not a what?
Subtlety? What?
These are made up
Funny
words.
So, BLC Blondie from the chat has given a suggestion.
Oh,
You don't
that's
have to
more-
take it.
really, really slow. No, Blondie, no. I'm sorry. I want him to like suffer. I want him to be covered in
that's-
it. Like he's got to deal with this. It's got to make everything worse.
Yeah, that would
All
be
right.
a warning.
That's a tinker test.
Okay.
Tinker.
You
Okay. So
gotta beat a pair of threes.
I got 3 for Tinker, 1 for the test, and that's it, right?
You're gonna get 1 from your profession as a repair goblin,
Profession.
since you sort of rigged this trap beforehand.
That is not a good hand.
That's not a great hand.
That's actually a bad hand.
That's a bad hand. So you can make it harder for Squidge. It's not gonna do anything. Other than burn my cards, which is actually helps them in the long run. So you have to pick your best 3 cards out of that, Squidge.
I pick my best 3. Jokers are good now.
Jokers are good.
What do I do?
Jacks
with-
and queens and kings are bad.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's a jack, not a joker. Okay.
Jacks cause injury. Queens increase your thrall.
Okay.
Card squidge? What does that mean?
I have
Oh.
a whoop card.
Oh,
Not that one.
somebody.
Oh yeah. You get another card.
Oh. I get another
You
card?
get to throw one of your cards away and draw a new card.
Okay. Hey, that's better. Okay. So you say I keep 3, right? What do I
Mhm. Yep.
what do I do with the other ones?
They're just gone.
Oh, well, that's then there. Haha.
Boom! Well done. All right,
Thank
so you
you,
didn't
Reverend
beat it,
Tommy.
but you didn't end up taking any damage or any thrall from that. So you what happens here? I'm gonna let you narrate it. A bucket of blood does not land on him and freak him the heck out. That doesn't happen.
So does the blood not pour at all, or it just doesn't hit him?
You tell me. You get to decide.
I mean, it might have dripped, which we can all agree is the least scary thing for blood to do.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess since I lost this test, Blondie, I see you. I get it. All right. I learned my lessons. Okay. So the bucket, instead of dumping on him like I wanted it to, like it just gets stuck, and I'm like, I'm like trying to get it to pull, and like every time I pull, one little drop, then another little drop, but like he'd already walked past it. So there are
Yeah.
blood.
All right, and actually,
Blondie.
so he steps in it and stops, and then one hits him right on the forehead, and he wipes it off, and he's like, I thought I told them to clean this place.
I'm sorry. I will clean it. I will start cleaning.
I thought you left.
I ghosted out of the room. I'm still in the mausoleum.
Okay. All
You
right,
can't say that
Dr.
around
Pip.
me. I've got to do it. I got to clean.
Is there anything you would like to do?
So, Myrtleine is still in the mausoleum.
Evidently.
I mean, yeah.
I was going to use her,
That's what she's there for.
but I was going to use her outside.
Oh, well, I mean, you can call to her.
Oh, yeah, subtlety is not a concern here. I do her. I'm pretty sure Dr. Pibb has like a dog whistle that he's trained Myrtleine to come to. So don't actually have to call her name. But I'm going to get my holographic projector and my Myrtleine, and I'm going to project Myrtleine walking through the walls of the mausoleum like, whoa, turns out she was a ghost the whole time.
All right. I like that. All right. So you give your dog whistle. I didn't hear it.
You're not Myrtleine.
That's
and Myrtleine
entirely the point.
Myrtleine comes strutting up, and as you project her walking through the walls, let's test and see if this freaks him out. There's nothing inherently dangerous about this because you're outside. So you got to beat a 9, though. That's a decently high card.
Not to argue against myself, I invented this holographic projector. I feel there's an element of danger.
Oh, there is, because this was your egghead thing.
Yes.
Your egghead ability. So.
Oh, that's already built in.
It's already built in. It could explode. Yeah. So you have 1 card for the test, 2 for figure, 1 for mad scientist, and +1 bonus from your egghead. So 5
Excellent.
cards total.
5 cards. That's
5 cards total.
it's a good
To beat
amount
a
of
9.
cards.
It's a great amount of cards.
Remember that time I
Let me
had
take
5
the
cards and didn't beat a 5?
Yeah, remember that time when the audience gave me 7 cards and I still failed?
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good time. We laughed and we laughed.
Well, it looks like I beat it by the narrowest possible margin.
There you go. All right. So it does exactly that. Myrtleine comes at the sound of the dog whistle. You've turned on your holographic machine. It looks like she ghosts right through the wall. Hallucinating Phineas Flout does freak out for a moment. Holy crap. That's not his voice. Holy crap, she was a ghost. I can't believe that I almost dallied with the dead.
Wait,
That's
we almost allied. She pops her head out.
that's low,
what? We almost
low class.
we could have. We were on the way to. We were gonna. There was a chance.
Mr. Dr. Pibb, I need you to draw 5 cards. Top 5 cards of your deck. This is to see if your egghead explosion explodes, egghead creation explodes. You do not want 2 matching face cards. You're fine.
Oh, okay. You had 2 matching cards though.
There are 2 matching cards. They weren't face cards.
I had three of a kind on that. The one that didn't count toward success,
one didn't count.
I got
Yep.
3 threes.
Well, you did wear him down. He is freaking out here. His eyes are going. There is nothing actively threatening any of you right now. You've got him spun around, freaking out. Actually, Squidge, you're in a little bit of danger
Okay.
because you're in there pulling at the bucket of blood. He just saw a ghost go through the wall. He's hallucinating. He is going to freak out, and he's just going to start throwing the bottle of wine and just in random directions. So it's not terribly dangerous for you, but what are you doing to not get whacked with a thrown
With a thrown bottle of wine.
bottle of wine,
I want
A
to try and
sausage.
catch it.
the dinner plate?
I want to try and catch him.
You're going to try and catch him?
Yeah.
That is
And then I'll juggle them.
That is
So that
more
they
than
never
likely.
hit the ground, and he's like, "Wait, where did they go?"
Wait.
Yes.
You juggle?
All right. That is finagle. Somebody just made it harder.
All right, make it harder. Oh.
7, 6, and a 3. So you got to beat a 7. That's finagle. You're looking at 1 for the test. You have nothing in finagle.
No, I don't.
You're looking at 1 for the test. That doesn't do it. All right.
Clang.
You do take damage. Weapons here, Squidge.
I got this. And like, I go to hold my hand out to catch the bottle and miss it. And of course, it smacks me in the face. That's fine. I can take it. He throws the sausage, or he throws a plate. And then I try to catch it with the other hand and totally miss. But since both my other hands are occupied, I try to catch the sausage with my mouth and it gets stuck in my throat and I choke on it.
All right. Yep. Mark a point on your Vim and Vigor as damage. And a reminder for everybody watching and playing, damage in this game does not have to be physical. You can take a bruised ego as damage. Hurt feelings count as damage. Just getting in a mental funk, all that counts as damage to wear away at your ability to keep going in a scene.
That's real, man.
Yeah, I feel very seen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goblins only have so many spoons. Probably sporks. Goblins have sporks. Spoons that you can stab with.
That way they help, but also hurt a little bit.
Absolutely. All right. So that was the resistance round for that. We are back to your actions.
I'm already have a mark under Vim and Vigor. So now I have another mark.
Yep.
What happens when I get a third?
When you get a third, you're still okay. When you do not have any place to put a mark on your sheet, you pass out and take a permanent scar.
Hold on. I can't. Okay, so there's only 3 spots. And
Yep, there's only 3 spots.
And I've got 2 of them marked.
And you've got 2 of them marked.
Yeah. So when after I mark the third one, it's then if I take another one after that?
It's then if you take another one. Now, you can at any point sacrifice your action to indulge in your vice.
Oh.
And that's how you heal.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Okay? Every goblin has a vice, a negative behavior that they can indulge in to basically catch their breath, get their second wind. All right. So, back to the company. Anyone that wants to act has something clever or dangerous, or it doesn't even have to fit those 2 categories? Birdline?
No, go with one of these guys.
Skylark.
Yeah,
Bye, Skylark.
Well, my actors are up on the roof with Squidge. So I would like to shout to them in my most directorial voice. I assume I can see, mausoleums aren't that huge. I assume I can see to the top and see that Squidge is having trouble with the blood, yes?
Yes. Now, my understanding is Squidge is on the floor, pulling the ropes.
Oh, well then I can far more easily see her.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm going to shout in my most directorial voice, one of you, fix that bucket. The rest of you, come down. It's time for the immersive section of the show.
Immersive theater. That's so fun.
All right. You don't have any tinker, and it probably wouldn't be your tinker anyway, since you're telling someone else to do it.
Thespian.
Yes.
There's
So we're going to go with Weedle to see if one of them actually listens to you. You do get a +1 because you prepped them beforehand. You trained them beforehand.
They trust my artistic vision.
And evidently, they trust your artistic vision. So, you got to beat a 2.
All right. So I have
1 for the test, 1 for your Weedle, 1 for your
my bonus.
cast crew.
All right. Well, I feel confident about beating this too.
That's not guaranteed. All things good.
Oh no,
Oh!
that's very
Okay.
bad.
That is bad. We have now 2 more kings.
Well, I mean, I do have that 4 though, so I was successful, right?
Yes. So 2 kings on the board. So those kings stay out of your deck now. Those are on the table. Well, there you go. All right. So they do actually manage to get the bucket of blood loose and dump it. All right. And it does. It dumps right on Phineas Flout's head. What they don't manage to do, because the kings are complications, explosions, setbacks, what they don't manage to do is keep their footing. So the bucket of blood goes, and then this goblin in a sheet with holes cut out of it falls from the roof of the mausoleum.
I don't have insurance.
You're fired before you hit the ground.
Ooh, if
It
he
was a
dies, he
vol-
might become a real ghost.
Volunteer position. Volunteer.
Yeah, he splats right in front of Phineas. Which,
If he dies, though, that's actually a good thing. Because
If a dead body dropped into the ceiling, that would be quite scary.
Goblins are hard to kill.
yeah, goblins are hard to kill. You specifically used goblins and not enchanted humans.
Wait, that was an option?
Not
I didn't
usually.
even consider that. You can use all those children. They make the best ghosts. Everyone knows that.
Oh, we could have just
All right.
killed hundreds of children on the site. And then
That's
it would have
not-
been haunted.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but that's
that's so
the
much
long,
work.
the long
So
game.
much work.
And that's part of what sets you all apart from Titania and her troops. They have no problem kidnapping and throwing children into her war.
Oh, yeah, and we do. We totally do.
I'm not telling you you have to, but
It is a lot of work.
I
It
don't
is
think
a
it's
lot
a
of-
matter of moral superiority.
Isn't that a type of
Do it like
mushroom?
Faye.
however you justify it. And that's exactly how Mr. Dr. Pibb justifies it.
Science.
All right. So that was Bigor's action. Who else has something they want to do? Big bucket of blood comes crashing down on hallucinating rich guy. He is starting to freak out, and then a body lands right in front of him. But his reputation is on the line, his future lifestyle. So he is not heading for the door.
Were there multiple buckets of blood?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I thought so. It's time to use that subtletally I've been hearing so much about. I'm going to chuck some dynamite in one of the buckets so it explodes blood everywhere.
Are you carrying dynamite?
Yeah,
Duh.
All right.
and matches.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Duh. Science. Hello.
Yeah,
Um,
it's science.
101.
So,
It's science
Dr.
grade
Pibb.
dynamite.
Oh. Screech finds a corpse. The
Oh, yeah.
original inhabitant of the mausoleum.
I'd
Here
like to
you go.
use the corpse.
Okay.
All right. So, chucking dynamite, inherently dangerous. All right. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. Chucking dynamite into an enclosed space, inherently dangerous. I'm going to draw 2 cards. This is absolutely a bash sort of move. There's no subtlety here.
That's my
chucking
specialty.
lit dynamite. So pair of 10s. Now the good news is you have 1 card for the test, 2 for your bash.
As a scientist, I am very experienced with the dynamite.
I'm gonna give it to you
Yeah.
just because it seems to fit your brand of mad science.
I mean, you could choose to fail. No, wait, you already pulled your cards.
I already pulled my cards. How about a pair of 2s?
That does not beat a pair of 10s.
Yeah.
Now, you could spend a squib, if you've got any left, to draw 1 more card and maybe get a 3 of a kind 2s.
Yeah,
That seems
yeah. No.
highly improbable.
Highly improbable. I'm not suggesting you do it. I'm just reminding you that the rule exists.
I guess I'm just gonna chuck some dynamite in there.
See what
And it
happens.
somehow won't go as I planned it to.
Right.
Well, now we know where the corpse came from. Sorry, Union. I don't think he was Union, was he? He wasn't Stag or anything like
And
that.
Ale Cake asked, do most scientists throw dynamite, though? That's why I hesitated, because in this game, you do write down what your profession is. And Cubby has written down mad scientist. You get a bonus for actions that fall clearly within your profession. Cubby has established in previous games that his brand of mad scientist really just means he blows stuff up.
That's how you know the science worked.
Right. That's how he gets the bonus from his profession for dynamite, whereas most scientists, probably not. Yeah. Right.
I mean, lest we forget, the Nobel Prize was awarded for...
Was started by
started
the inventor
for-
of dynamite.
Yes.
There you go.
So,
Science and dynamite go hand in hand.
They do.
Look at you nerds
And
pulling
the
that
other
out.
hand.
I love it.
not
And
for
it's
long,
stump.
though.
Hand and stump, not hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
There you go. All right. So you chuck dynamite in there, which gives a big, loud psst, and throwing essentially large firecracker as buckets of blood are falling through the air. The blood just puts out the fuse.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, there's no earth-shattering kaboom.
Gotta upgrade my fuses.
You'd think they'd be blood-proof by now. But I understand, Kitty. Squidge.
Can I go? I'm ready.
Yeah,
You-
and if you can work his failure into what you're doing, you get a bonus.
Oh.
You don't have to. You had another idea, I could tell.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Well, I was
Okay.
given the gift of a corpse.
Yes, you were.
I don't know if I could work it in, but I do have a plan.
All right.
All right. So let's see. Where do we start? Okay. Well, we're gonna start with the obvious. We've all seen Weekend at Bernie's, right? I'm going to make a corpse puppet.
Yeah.
First of all, so I'll be climbing back up into the rafters. Actually, no, it'll have the pulley system. No, it'll have the pulley system, and I'll be in the rafters. All right. Here is also what's gonna happen on my list of stuff. What do we call that? Our crap that we bring.
Yeah.
Our crap that we
Crap.
bring. Okay.
No, it's called your stash in
My
the
stash.
game.
Stash.
But
Okay. So in my stash, I have a can of soup for my family.
Soup for family. Yep.
So I would like to pour the soup into the mouth of the corpse. No, first, first, I also have a cricket bat. I can't believe I'm blowing all my items on this one. I have a cricket bat. I don't want the soup to go down the throat of the corpse, so I'm gonna shove the cricket bat down the throat of the corpse.
Okay, that'll help it keep it upright.
Yeah.
Like, armature.
We've all done that.
So then I'm gonna fill the mouth with the soup. And then also on my list of my stash is I brought pocket meat. It's just when you have a hunk of meat and you keep it in your pocket. So I'm gonna
good, because that's not normally what pocket meat would be.
Oh, that's what I've always called pocket meat. You don't ever just like wrap some meat because, like, I mean, beef jerky is expensive, but if you have like leftover meat the night before, you put it in the fridge and then you want to take it, but you're not going to bring a lunchbox and you don't know where you're going to get hungry when you're walking around the fair, so you just keep your pocket meat.
Honestly, I've done the same thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll wrap it in
a
like
little
a
steak, wrap
tortilla.
it up.
Yeah.
Not to be
Or a
confused with
napkin.
gene meat.
With what?
Gene meat? That's
Oh.
Gene meat.
Okay, so yes, Sir David Percival, it is pea soup. Okay, so the cricket bat is keeping the soup from going down the throat of the corpse. And
Better
the
than a
pocket
meat cute. Sorry, it just came to me. I had to say it. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
So then the pocket meat is going to be the cork that keeps the soup from spilling out until I want it to. Because I'm going to have another pulley string attached to the meat so that I can uncork the soup when I would like it.
Okay. All right. So this action right now, we're going to say, is essentially preparing this trap. All right. You're preparing your corpse puppet. That's not easy to say. Corpse puppet with the bat down its throat, soup in its mouth, and a cork of meat in its mouth to stop it. So that when you want to do the Heimlich and fire it off or whatever to spray soup everywhere, that will be another action. The actual spraying soup everywhere.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
we
absolutely.
Need to test
that's not happening right now.
see.
That's later.
But so
whether you can set this special effects. Yes.
On the concept of using my failure. There's free dynamite on the ground right now. Could that be a soup propellant?
No. I have another idea for that.
Okay.
I can't wait.
So I see the dynamite. And unfortunately, it's too late. I can't shove it down the throat because I've already done all these steps. It can't go down the throat. So I'm gonna corpse keister the dynamite. Oh, you guys don't know what keister means.
Oh yeah, we do.
Okay, no one said anything. So
I think we're all picturing it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
All right.
that's really the only option. That's what I would have gone with.
Again, we've all done it.
prepping this trap. It's not inherently dangerous because the sucker's already dead. So they're not really resisting. But you got to beat a 9. Now, you're
Okay.
looking at 1 for the test. You always draw 1 for the test. This is definitely Tinker. So you've got 3 for Tinker. Are you actually repairing anything?
No, you're building a new
No.
thing.
No.
I mean, the
So 4
corpse's
cards.
throat
I mean,
is
it
broken.
depends on. Do you think the corpse is better now than it was before?
Yes. Yes.
So much
Yes.
better.
It's
Way
a-
better.
Strategically, yes. So, and the other thing we should mention about this corpse, this is not a goblin corpse. This is a corpse of indeterminate species that's been in this mausoleum since before Goblonia was founded centuries ago.
Well, I'm glad it still has a butthole.
Does it though?
Then where did I put the
Remarkably
dynamite if it doesn't?
well preserved.
Oh my goodness. Now I want to destroy it less. Now I'm second guessing that dynamite. Well, that's okay. It's already there.
It's there. You don't have to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, but even if I don't, someone's gonna.
Yeah. Someone's gonna keister corpse that dynamite.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
You don't win.
Why?
Oh, that's really bad.
This was the
You got-
worst shuffle ever.
So you
Well-
have like 7 kings in that deck, right? Is
Yeah,
that what
the
I'm saying?
good news, Squidge, is that I don't think you have any kings left in your deck.
Yeah.
No, the other hand was 2 queens.
Somebody had 2
All right.
kings.
Somebody
Who had
tossed
the-
2 kings.
That was me.
Bigor did.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we get to see what happens when you get 5. Oh, no. You don't have to use both those kings, do you? You only
No.
have to use one of them?
Yes.
You had 4 cards, 2 kings, and 2 other cards. So
Yeah.
you only
An
have
ace.
to use one of them.
Okay.
An ace, a 4, and a king.
All right. I'm going to get rid of one of those kings.
Wait, hold
All
on,
right.
hold on. You might be able to get rid of another card. Yep. Blondie's giving you the opportunity to discard a card, the king. And
Yep. Toss a card and draw a new one.
Thank you, Blondie.
so it's a 9. It's a tie,
It's a tie. No.
but you have no other cards, so
But I have no other cards.
That was
So does
amazing.
that mean the other cards?
You did it!
Yay!
Your hand beats mine.
Blondie having a change of
All
heart.
thanks to Blondie.
Honestly,
Thank you,
all of
Blondie.
it was.
All right.
Oh,
So that did not put a king on the board.
Corpse.
Let me take that king away.
thank you.
Did
for
not put
the-
a king on the board. And you actually pulled that off. So now you have a corpse, a really old, musty, old man
Soup
corpse,
filled.
filled with bat, soup, pocket meat, and the other end has a stick of dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, I missed the puppet.
I believe. No, Dr. Pip Chuck Dynamite. Myrtleine still gets to go.
I'll stick my head in there and go, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" And then I will start roping off parts of the mausoleum to keep him from going further in, and I'm going to be kind of slowly herding him towards the door so that he's closer to the door. Okay, you've ever been in a restaurant when it's closing time and they start
Yeah.
putting things up, and it's that kind of a deal where it's real subtle, but kind of like keeping him from going to certain places. Anything that's further away from the door, I'm going to block it off.
Sure. This is a figure test.
Could be, could be.
You're essentially creating a maze. It's a very simple maze, but you're creating a maze. to push him in a direction you want. I let Squidge do a lot on that action. So I'm gonna. I think to actually get him to the door would be multiple rounds of doing this.
Understood.
But we'll say getting him halfway.
Exactly. No, I'm just trying to keep, if something happens and he goes to run, I want him to run in the direction of the door.
Out the door. You got to beat a pair of aces.
I choose to fail.
All right. Take a squib.
That's right. I'm taking a squib.
So you do not manage to rope him towards the door. What do you manage to do instead?
Clean. I'm trying to put chairs and the table, and I end up reorganizing everything, and it is so much more efficient use of space. In fact, I started washing the dishes.
You got way
Right.
too into the
And you've
closing
grown.
restaurant mentality.
I really did.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm absolutely mopping up blood, to be perfectly honest. That was going to be my original action.
Good plan. Your instincts backfired on you.
Yeah.
So he is still freaking out. One eye going big, back and forth.
Boring.
Maybe like that.
Yeah, no, there's a serious sound effects happening in my head whenever I think about this.
Yes.
Boring.
Fizzing dynamite, buckets of blood dumping down, bodies falling. Corpse has not been introduced to him yet, so the corpse is not freaking out about the corpse, but the body falls, buckets of blood on him, and he has nothing left to throw. I don't know that he can do anything to threaten any of you.
Is he gonna threaten?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He is a rich, snotty merchant gob, and he puts on his boss voice.
Uh-oh.
His pissed off boss voice, and just starts ranting about, you're all fired. You're all fired. This is the worst night in a mausoleum I have ever had. And just ripping in to anybody within earshot. All right, about shoddy workmanship and poor cleaning and horrible dates and dead bodies falling out of the ceiling. And I think I saw a stick of dynamite go by and it didn't even go off. What kind of incompetence is that? So everybody gets to test on this one within earshot. The good news is you just have to beat one card. It's an 8.
Are we all pulling one card?
So this is a resistance test that everybody is doing. You may choose how you are resisting this. And everybody goes against the same card, the same hand of mine. If you're not going to, if there's not an action that you have to resist this, you can just do a passive resistance, which is
lay down on the ground.
You just lay down on the ground.
Okay, got it.
Pretend you're
Passive resistance is a single card. So you can still resist by playing a single card.
I would like to resist by going, boring. La 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 la. And I think that counts as a scram.
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're resisting with scram.
Mhm.
1 for the test plus whatever your scram is.
Mhm.
Dr. Pibb?
I would like to resist by pointing out to myself all of the flaws in his argument. That dynamite did not succeed per se, but it was scientifically thrown, which I
Right.
think would be a figure.
That's absolutely figure. So 1 for the test plus your figure.
Which is
And you can actually take mad scientist there because you are using science. Bigor, do you know how you're going to resist this?
Yes, I would like to build myself up in confidence and say, it's fine. You're actually doing a great job. Rejection is part of the process. Take the criticism creatively and let it fuel future endeavors, which I believe would be finagle. Weedle.
That would be Weedle.
So I'm
Yep.
lying to myself.
You're lying to yourself. Yep. Finagle always has a physical trickery.
Right,
component.
I just said the wrong word in my head.
Yeah. So that's Weedle.
It was right in my head.
And Myrtleine. How are you resisting?
I'm thinking about not resisting and grabbing that squib.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yes, but you will take a point of damage to your Vim and Vigor.
Then I will not do that because I've got the wounds already.
Yeah, when you fail a resistance test, it's damage.
Gotcha. Then I will continue. I will actually agree with him. I will be the reed and bend with him. I will agree. You're absolutely right, sir. And I'll go and I'll clean up everything and that I've already cleaned. And as I am cleaning, I will be like evasing. Like, I'm used to it. You can kick me. That's
Right.
fine. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is probably Scram. You could make a case for Weedle, but they're the same for you. And you do get your bonus from being the servant housekeeper on that one.
Okay.
So 1 for the test, 1 for whichever path you're using, and 1 for your profession. All right. Show your cards. You want to beat an 8.
Hey.
Oh, God.
All right. Myrtleine and Bigor, put your cards
Oh.
down. You're good. You passed it with no problem.
So I can get
Squidge.
rid of one of these queens.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, Dr. Pibb, you take a point of thrall,
But no damage.
but no damage. Okay. Something about his criticism is helping reinforce Titania's spell over you. Maybe just reminding you of your place in the grand scheme of things. Oh, did we drop the stream?
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, no.
It just happened. Oh, we're back.
Mommy says we're back.
All right.
Hey. That wasn't too bad.
Okay. I'll recap really quickly.
Welcome back, everybody.
Because I don't know when we lost it. Phineas Flout, the creepy old rich cheesemonger goblin spending the night in the mausoleum, just got so mad at all the fake haunting stuff going on that he flipped out. You're all fired, every one of you. You're rotten and you're horrible at your jobs, and went on and on and on, which forced a resistance test on everyone. Bigor acted self-confidence.
I'm a
Wait through
performer.
it.
I know how to lie to myself.
Yeah. Myrtleine is a servant. Water off a duck's back. Yes, you're right, sir. Keeps cleaning. Dr. Pibb resisted it, but feels the weight of Titania's oppression fall heavier on him. Squidge resisted it and managed to injure herself. So, Squidge, you get to tell us what happens again.
Okay. So I was like, boring. La 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 la. And whenever I put my fingers in my ears and go la 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 la, I can't help but like dancing around. And some of that blood that was in the rafters just got under my feet, and I went whoop, and just fell right on my butt.
Yep. Squidge, I believe that is your third hit to Vim and Vigor.
It is.
You may want to indulge your vice.
Oh, I will.
On this next round.
Yeah,
which
we're
is
gonna
where
have
we are
to,
now.
We're gonna have to wait another round to see what happens with the pea soup filled pocket meat plugged dynamite boofed corpse puppet.
Yes. So I didn't even notice. We're having so much fun that we missed the halfway point of the episode.
It happens.
Somebody in our live radio show gets to do a commercial for us, or a talk, or whatever it is. Reverend Tommy, do you know who is winning the vote? Airwaves of Goblonia. It's Bigor. I'm going to make Bigor full screen. Everybody else is going to run quickly to take a break, and we'll be back. That's not Bigor. That's me. There's Bigor.
Hello, everyone. How many times has this happened to you? You have a corpse and you're ready to animate it, but gosh darn it, to keep the soup from falling out of the body, you shoved a stick down its throat. Now, how are you going to animate it with the power of dynamite? That's where this comes in. Buttermite. That's right, the only other option. This dynamite is specially formulated to fit into that special area when you have one of those special problems. As soon as you light the fuse, the fireworks will begin. So, call today to order Buttermite. Now for dogs. Oh, you're muted, my dear.
You're muted. You're muted.
I'm muted.
You can speak for him.
That won't work. So we're playing Goblonia tonight. We're waiting for the players to get back from their break. And this game is a game that I wrote. Hope everybody's having fun. It is ready to go. The art's done. The writing's done. We're taking it to Kickstarter on October 5th to raise money to get it printed in a nice hardback, made in the United States game book. So, yeah, and that's Goblonia. You can check it out. You can check out the completely free, quick and dirty version of the rules, which is actually a lot of the game. It's just not any of the background information, the city, or really how to run the game as the Weaver. But this does give you character creation. This gives you starting adventure, and it gives you a rundown on the rules. It's kind of really the player's guide to the game that we're giving away for free. It is the quick and dirty edition. It has not been edited by the editor because that costs money, and we don't have any until we do the Kickstarter. So it is a game that uses playing cards. This is where I wanted to get while we wait for the last person. I collect playing cards. I have a lot of playing cards, so I'm going to try and feature a different deck each time we play. This deck is a steampunk deck made by an artist, an Ohio artist. I believe he's from Ohio, called Lance Miller. And I'm really liking this deck. Even just the regular face cards, there's something really clean and stylish about them. Let's see. Oh, here we go. But the face cards all are steampunky. That's an aviator. That's I think it's an airship pirate over there. So you can check this out. This one I picked up probably 5 or 6 years ago. So He's got a whole bunch more. I checked out his Facebook page tonight. He does have a Facebook page. He does have a website. So if you want to check out some cool decks, you can head over there. All right. And we're all back. Let me put everybody back. Here we go. All right. I cannot unmute several of our players because they muted themselves.
I fixed it.
All right. So we've got a corpse with a bat, pea soup, a meat plug in its mouth, a really old, wrinkly, musty, long-time corpse. We've got an unconscious goblin body dressed in a sheet lying on the floor, a puddle of blood. We've got Phineas Flout freaking out. He's on hallucinogens. His eyes are going back and forth. And a demon eyeball on an arrow.
Just fill you in there, Robert. That's a callback to last night.
All right.
Mistakes were made.
Well, we've got it. All right. Squidge is in bad shape. One more point of damage to Squidge, and she is out for the count. So we probably want to start there.
Yeah. So my corpse puppet is on hold for a moment. I have all of the all the strings and pulleys are secured, and I just need to take a moment for myself to indulge in my vice, which happens to be at this point I'm going to need to have a little conversation with one of my boogers. I'm going to get a good one.
I mean, that is way up in there.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty important situation. Hey, buddy, how's it going? You doing good? Well, I mean, obviously not anymore. I just plucked you right from your home. I'm okay. Things are going. I got a few ouchies. But the good news is, the corpse puppet is primed to go. There's a stick of dynamite that I'm gonna light when the time is right, and you know I can do that. You know I have that ability, right? It's one of my abilities. It's one of my perks that we're gonna find out about in a little while. Other than that, like I'm kind of itchy right here, and I don't know. It's probably that rash is back. You know how it is. My friends are really great. Other than that, things are fine. We're going to scare the crap out of this guy. Maybe you could help. I'd like for you to help, but you look so good. Yeah, I'm just going to eat you. I feel better.
All right.
Heartwarming.
So with that, clear your Vim and Vigor back to 0. Clear them all
Really?
out.
All of them.
Clear all of them and draw the top 3 cards from your deck.
Okay.
If there are any face cards there, you have to resolve them immediately. All right. Good to go.
I've been using my face cards.
So, while Squidge is over talking to her boogers and eating them, what are the rest of you doing?
I am going to walk into the mausoleum and I'm going to say, "Excuse me, sir. You dropped this. It's your soul." And then I'm going to rub prehensile ashes into his face.
Yeah.
I don't know what that will do, but I will be taking notes to find out the effect of prehensile ashes on someone suffering the effects of my hallucinogen.
All right. Normally, I would say, using prehensile ashes to a guy freaking out on acid or whatever it is y'all spiked him with would be finagle. But you specifically said, I'm going to shove them in his face.
Yes, I did.
Which is bash.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, there is an inherent danger to this because he's freaking out and you're right up there with him. So 2 cards, a 10 and a 5.
All right.
You have
So
1 for the
that's-
test,
2 for Bash.
2 for Bash. We're going to give you the mad scientist because you framed it as an experiment.
And I will be taking notes.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh yeah,
A pair of aces
pair
will
of
do
aces
it.
beats.
Oh, that's right. There's 2 of them. I just saw an 8 that matched it, and then everything lower than a 5. I'm not used to succeeding.
All right. Well, you do.
This is a very big day, Fraser. The science is so hard.
Yeah, so there you go. You just smeared prehensile ashes in his face. And you take your hand away, and the ashes stay there. And have you ever seen those like graphite toys that you can get with the magnet to make them sort of, they're like in the ooze, and you can make them climb up the magnetic sand or whatever that is? That's essentially what you've got. You've got this living, sandy, ashy ooze. So his eyes are getting big and small, and it's just sort of making things on his face. Like it curls into a mustache. It gives him these big fluttery eyebrows.
Oh yeah, no, that is not okay.
And then does sort of like a venom thing and turns around and stabs him in the face.
Ow.
So it's trying to get in his eyes and up his nose and down his throat. And he is
Fascinating.
Probably not okay with that. I'm gonna guess.
he is fascinating. Yeah. So he's like, and it, yeah, you get the picture. All right. Okay. Squidge was given a fish, and Mr. Dr. Pibb was given a copy of Dark Side of the Moon.
Quick question on clarification.
Not the actual moon.
Just the dark side of it.
Just
Okay,
the
another
dark-
question. Is it the vinyl, the cassette, 8-track, or CD?
I'm going to let Dr. Pibb determine that.
I'm a classy guy, so 8-track, obviously.
There you go.
We are
Right,
in a
Squidge
place
is
where
active.
people may not know what 8-tracks are.
Well, it's just like a
We're gonna have
4-track,
to Google it.
but twice as much.
For twice as much.
That is the music media of choice for Goblonia, as everyone knows.
It's on a Zune.
Yeah.
All right,
Isn't that the
I changed my
8-track?
answer. It's on a Zoom.
In fact, it is literally the only thing on that Zune.
Right. Yes. Well, because that's all the memory this Zoom had. It was enough for one album.
But I could share it with all of the rest of my friends that also have Zunes.
Yeah. Well,
All of them.
I think that would be Zelani. All right.
I'm
The
loving
two
the
of you have
comic
gone. Myrtleline or Bigor? What have you got?
Oh, crap, I had something.
Oh yes, I had asked my actors, one of them to stay up and help with the bucket of blood, and then the other 3 to come down and prepare for the immersive. section of the evening, which basically means I want them to run around inside and go woo, 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 and make ghosty noises. Feel free to use interpretive dance if that is your training. Any movement training, feel free to use it. There you are. And so I release the actors into the scene.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is probably finagle. If you are actively directing them while they're doing it,
Yes.
you are providing physicality to your clever.
Yes, it is literally physical trickery.
Yes. Yes. You're just using them as your tools.
Look what I just found in my pack. Attention, actors! It is time for the immersive section of the show. Feel free to use all of your movement training. Yes, wave your arms. I want to see the full gambit of human goblin emotion in every scene.
Okay. So.
I thought I was a performer, but perhaps I want to direct.
Right, maybe you're a director. Your target hand is an ace.
Ooh, all right. So I believe I have 4 cards. One for the thing, 2 for my finagle, yes, and 1 for my bonus.
For the
One for
money.
your troop that you trained. So
So
you have to
you get
beat
plus
a
1.
single ace.
I'm gonna do it. No boy. Oh, that's not good. That's whoops.
What is that?
It's like in the little instruction card.
Is that the rules to poker?
Yes, I thought I removed them. All right, how about this?
You got it.
But
Yep.
I got a queen.
Nope.
No, you have
Only
a
the
10.
best
Right, I can
3
get rid of it.
cards.
Haha. Get out of there, you.
There you go. So,
My magnum opus.
right is you've got. I mean, it's amazing. When this group came to you, they were a ragtag assortment of,
That's right.
I mean, volunteers off the street. One of them is wearing a flowery sheet. No, we said it was Superman. It was a Superman print on it. I mean, one of your actors is possibly dead, face down after falling out of the rafters.
You really committed to the role.
He was very committed to the role. I mean, it's helping sell it. And the other 3, just it's like you are conducting, and they are your musical waves of metaphor.
A single tear rolls down my cheek.
Yeah. So no matter where Phineas Flout, the cheese merchant, turns, there is there's a ghost in his face. And he is at this point freaking out.
One of them has a whole backstory about how they died. The other one just points in a silent scream. The third one is pretending to be a creepy little girl. And the fourth one is possibly dead.
Possibly dead.
I could not
Really
be more
selling
proud.
the role.
Okay.
You know what I
yeah.
always say? If you cast well, you don't have to do a lot of work as a director. That's
Yes. So that's what's happening. Murderline.
Oh yes, I'm actually going to revisit the thing I did earlier, where I make room for him to leave, because I want to make sure that the path between him and the door is wide open and everything else is cluttered. You guys are all right. We should probably make that a little more expensive, because there's a lot of stuff y'all are throwing down here.
That's a lot of stuff. We might have to raise the price of that. So, I mean, it's the easiest way for people to contribute.
That's
So.
I like it. I love
The
it.
I love
director's
it.
chair is portable. It's fine.
Right. And you can fold the other stuff up inside it.
Right,
And the
and
megaphone.
eventually one of those actors is probably just going to become my PA, so they can carry
There
all
you
the
go.
stuff.
That's how it works. All right. Myrtleine, it is getting difficult because you're going to move into this mess of ghostly actors moving around and Squidge eating her booger and Mr. Dr. Pibb smearing.
I'm gonna do like the little sheepdog thing and make sure that
Oh yeah.
everything. I'm not gonna stop you from doing that cool thing you're doing. I'm just gonna kind of gently nudge you to one side or the other, and
Yep.
make sure all the chaos and the cacophony is everywhere, but between him and the front door.
Yep.
What are we doing here?
So that is going to be a figure for making your Maisie directing him.
Oh, cool.
Are you right? You're still using stanchions and stuff to sort of.
I'm using everything available, but like the chair, the table, I can even set like all the drinkware down and make like a little runway out of like glasses, so that if he gets off of
Absolutely.
that, he'll knock it over and it'll be like, ah! That's my.
I just got picked up and put in a place that helps the flow.
Right.
I'm very good at this. Oh, can I get one more for being a housekeeper and having a tidy organization of things?
Sure.
Yeah, all right. I'm just trying to make
2 for figure, 1 for housekeeper, 1 for the test.
for that test, and then 2 for the angle.
No,
That's fine.
you're using figure.
Figure.
for
That's what I
figure.
mean. Did I say
2
figure?
for figure, 1 for the test, 1 for housekeeper. So 4 cards. Where's my camera? Somewhere. Got to beat a 9 and then an 8. You got it.
Finally. I haven't had a whole lot of successes tonight. But yeah, it is Goblin Feng Shui. Only
All
we call
right.
it Bung Shui.
So I'm gonna show my terrible handwriting here.
Oh, is that how many we had to do to knock him down?
Yep. That was his last one.
But I want to know what the corpse is for.
You're gonna see.
Oh,
It
All right.
was ballroom dancing. What were you guys thinking?
So, yeah, freaking out. I mean, he's choking on prehensile ashes. He can't really see. What he can see is a blurry miasma. He's running into ghost actors. Squidge is eating boogers, and you're just sort of sheepdogging him
That's okay.
towards the exit
Okay. Just this
until
way.
his
Okay.
path is clear, and he runs screaming into the night.
Yay.
We did it.
Behind him, the doors to the mausoleum slam closed.
Oh, right. It is haunted.
The corpse starts coughing, reaches up, pulls out the wad of meat,
Meat plug.
attempts to say something, and pea soup just sort of dribbles out.
murdered line. If you would help.
Yeah,
there.
I'll get the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
let me
it's,
just.
let
me
just,
get the-
just dab
hold
a
on, I
little.
got a
Just
little-
dab. Don't spread it.
No, I'm dabbing. I'm dabbing. I'm
All right.
So is the corpse fighting back on my marionette puppet strings?
No.
No?
The corpse mostly looks confused. Scratch that. The corpse has a totally blank look on its face. All right. Its eyes are even. No, his eyes would open. But it's like there's something slightly resisting your puppetry effects, but it's more like it's trying to say something.
Oh, you got the stick done. You want me to
Squidge,
go?
I have to say your puppetry is astounding.
Well, I practiced a lot. No, actually, I don't. I
mean,
think
it looks a little fake.
I could practice more.
You could practice a little more, but still really good.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Here. Okay. Here. This is gonna be good. Watch this. Okay. So, I'm gonna try and use the marionette to reach into its throat to pull out the bat.
Okay, that's a tinker test.
Okay.
Got to beat a 9. There is something inherently dangerous about this, even if it's not immediately apparent.
Oh, nice.
Pair of 7s and a 10.
Get rid of that king.
We'll do it.
Nice.
All right. So the corpse marionette reaches its own hand down inside its throat, pulls the bat up. And it's good because it's like the pea soup lubricates the trachea and everything. You just let it slide right out. And then the vomitous volume of pea soup comes flying out, splatters everywhere, and the corpse howls with this sort of raspy, horrible voice from beyond the grave.
Yes.
You are all doomed.
Oh,
Okay,
And
I'm
the
gonna
lights go-
try and marionette the bat back into the throat.
Yeah, did it vomit out the bat?
Yeah, the bat came out.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta try and put it back in. I don't want to hear any more of what it has to say. That sounds terrible.
By you?
BLC Blondie, your corpse just became
The bad guy.
not star. Lead villain? I don't know. All right.
Boss.
But that would have to be, yeah, okay, with that success, you can pull it out. It says what it says, and you shove it right back in. But there's pea soup all over everybody, and it is now pitch black.
oh wait.
Oh, and there are now some freaked out ghostly cast members that aren't sure if they're still ghosts or what's going on, but they're running around. Woo.
They're so
And-
committed.
Let me tell you how I died. And starting in on the monologue of it all started
Ugh.
on an autumn day. It was a Tuesday.
Ooh.
Ugh.
This is not my vision.
All right. Who is going to do something?
Can I do something?
Yeah, anybody can do something. You just can't
I just
necessarily
went,
see.
so
Oh, okay.
but I have a
Yeah.
thing to do.
I'm actually gonna help clean up the guy because I already started that with like, okay, let me just get the thing there. And I said, terribly sorry, sir, but you did a great job tonight. You worked excellent. You really brought it home and sold the deal. The director probably thanks you. We have one of the best directors I've ever seen in the house. And definitely one of the most brilliant minds. And really what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to calm the thing down and let the thing know that the thing is appreciated.
Aw.
Absolutely. I'm going to also point out that your core ability might be useful here.
My core ability of cleaning him up. Yeah, I'm 100% cleaning him up. Oh, the cleaning up. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a core ability where I can, I'm going to do that while I'm cleaning him and thanking
Okay.
him. I'm going to clean him up. So the core ability is someone has to do the dusting, scrub the floors, and wash the undies. I can detect the stench of magic on people, places, and things, and then I can spend a squib to permanently wash away curses, illusions, or lingering magical effects.
Yep.
Already cleaning.
And there is some magic definitely coming from this guy. So
Let's make it happen.
you spend your squib.
Oh, yeah. That's why I burned them all up.
Oh, that's what the sponge was? You're
No.
throwing?
No, yeah. No, that yeah.
All right.
Sexy sponge bath.
With Myrtleline and a corpse spewing pea soup.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to sing that?
Oh, corpses, of course. When no one can talk to a corpse, of course, especially when it's got a meat plug in or lodged in its head.
Well done. All right.
Well done.
Squidge, it's not your action, but your corpse goes limp.
Oh.
Bigor or Dr. Pibb?
You're probably just stressed, Squidge. Happens to everyone.
I didn't sleep enough,
Yeah.
So the mausoleum is still pitch black, and there are amateur actor gobs.
Lights! Lights! I'm going to call for lights.
So
Okay,
you said it's
that's,
not my action, right? I don't get to go.
that was your action. Yeah, you gotta wait.
I power my Zune so that the screen is providing some light.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull a say anything with a Zune.
Yeah.
In your eyes.
And as a side effect, we're listening to Dark Side of the Moon. So if anyone wants to hit that hallucinogenic wine, this is a good time for
I've been waiting. I just gotta say.
That's a good pairing.
You were hit in the face at one point with the bottle of wine.
Yeah,
So
it hurts still.
You probably got it close by. All right. Dr. Pibb, you're not going to need the test to sort of light up the room with the Zune. Yeah, you've got it.
Zune lights up any environment.
Right.
Both physically and metaphorically.
Like
Emotionally.
it's lighting up a good 2 feet in front of it.
You know what? It's a poor substitute, but I have a sense of fuse right here.
Wow.
Sansa?
All right.
That's
Bigor, let's
respect.
give you a Weedle test to see if anybody actually listens to you and manages to turn back on the lights. It's an ace. It's a fancy ace.
I guess, would that be Weedle?
That's going to be Weedle, +1 for the test, and you still have that +1 bonus from your
Ooh,
actor
my dreaming.
gobs.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, yes.
You got it. All right. So one of your actor gobs pulls out from underneath their sheet an old stage light par can, like footlight, where you put a candle in it and it's got the lens. All right. So they pull that out, they light it, and they've got this nice bright uplight that they set down on the floor.
The footlights.
So you've got light, and there's Dr. Pibb sort of adding his Zune along with it. There is nothing threatening you immediately.
Oh wait,
The
I've got a
corpse is
flashlight.
What?
Would this come in handy? Click, 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 click.
No, I've got it covered.
The corpse is no longer moving, no longer talking, does not seem to be animated at all, thanks to Myrtleine.
Oh,
Whatever
I'm
lingering
sorry. Can I put
magic
it back?
was there,
Can I put it back? Can I put it back?
it's gone. No, it's
No.
gone. You washed it away.
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
The mausoleum is lit. The doors, the big heavy stone doors, are closed, and I've forgotten what it's called. BLC Blondie knows words.
But oh my.
Good. It's where they lay, like whatever it's a sarcophagus maybe, but that's not the right word. Whatever the corpse
Cold
was laying
slab.
Casket.
in or on has been pushed aside, and you can see that there's a staircase leading down inside it.
Was
Well,
that open
well.
originally?
No.
All right.
Looks like there's going to be an act 2.
Wait, you guys, this wasn't open originally.
No, that's new.
Did when the lights went out? Wait, where did? I am so confused.
All right. Well, listen. Hang on. Okay, and I like swing down from the rafters. Okay, before we go down there, can we? I wanna take a really good look at this no longer animated corpse before we blow it up, because obviously we're gonna blow it up. Obviously, like right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you don't just
obviously.
Yeah, we already
Right,
stuffed
right.
dynamite off its
Yeah.
keister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if you-
before we blow it up, can we just like take it apart and look at it and stuff? You know, like no, I mean not take it apart, but like look in its pockets and things.
I think I have a poking stick in my science kit.
Definitely, let's
You mean-
go with a stick.
Would you like to loot the corpse for treasure? Is that what you want to do?
No, I just want
Yeah.
to poke it with a stick. I think Dr.
Yeah.
Pip had the right idea.
Oh, well, I will absolutely loot it for treasure, though.
Okay,
You gotta
let's
empty
do
its
Alright.
pockets before you stick it in the wash. You know.
split the difference. We'll do both.
Myrtleine, you find a bat that has been shoved down its throat.
Oh.
Weird,
Huh.
but
Yeah. Okay.
That could come in handy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't scratch it off my list because I thought I might get it back.
Here you go.
Thanks. The cricket bat, because we're goblins.
otherwise, the corpse doesn't have any possessions. Just rags that are
No.
moldy and mostly rotten.
No weird marks or tattoos or scars.
Yes,
Ah.
it does. As you are poking it with the stick and one of these rags falls to the side, you see this strange sigil tattooed on its chest. It's the snake that's eating its own tail.
Ouroboros!
Yep, the Ouroboros.
This seems like a clue. We should cut that off of his chest for later reference.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, sir. I'll be okay. Hold on a second. I cut it off his chest, scrape it clean, roll it up, put a nice little ribbon around it.
I mean, it's practically already leather.
And
Right. Yeah.
And so it's not a goblin and it's not a fae and it's not a human. What does its features look like?
It could be a human. I mean, it could be a really old, well-preserved, mummified human.
You're taking notes. Wow, you're very good.
But, I mean, you are correct. It is not a troll. It is not a dwarf. It is not a fae. It is not a goblin. It is definitely not a child.
so,
All right.
go
Can we
ahead.
blow it up now?
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
say.
sure. I'm not sure where we are in the turn arena.
Oh.
But at some point before we blow the corpse up, I would like to dismiss my actors. As they give them a well-deserved round of applause We'll have a little moment. We'll friend each other on Facebook, and then
Give them my LinkedIn.
and send them home. We'll make plans for brunch later and a
Cast party.
Sure. The only viable exit, because one of them goes and tries the door and can't open it. So,
Can I try a thing?
yes.
Somebody gave me a housekeeper's talent with a kitchen key made from bones that can come apart and be a lockpick.
Okay.
We're still going down the crypt hole. I want to be clear on that one.
Oh, yeah,
We're
yeah.
absolutely going down the crypt hole. But these actors, they don't need to come with us. I'd like to try and pick the lock. Or use
The fourth actor, did he ever stand up?
Oh yeah, good question.
No.
Oh no. I suppose I should give some
Nobody
sort of
stepped on him either.
first aid.
I mean, is anybody checking on the fourth actor?
I mean, I do have my corpse poking stick right here.
Okay. I mean, you poke him.
I mean, that counts as medicine.
Right. He does not groan.
I know what might get him to move. And scene.
Okay, sure. He opens one eye and sort of looks around.
Standing ovation, sir! Standing ovation!
Round
That
of
was
applause.
definitely...
You know what? You can stay.
Yeah, this.
All right. Myrtleine, I don't want to be that kind of party pooper, but there's no keyhole in the crypt door.
That's all right.
It's
We can
like-
always use minions.
It was originally chained on the outside, like chains in a padlock, and it's these two heavy stone doors.
Okay.
And you go and you start fiddling with them, and you're even trying to slide your lockpick through the crack in the middle there, and it's catching on something. But it's not like a broomstick has been shoved through the handles. It's like something big and heavy has been pushed up against the outside.
Okay, so crazy guy was maybe a little too scared and didn't want whatever was in here to come out and blocked it in. That's my theory.
Should have put the dynamite in his butt.
Well, look, we should put the corpse up against the door.
You know what? There's a perfectly good rope that goes from this bucket all the way up to the roof, right? We should be able to get out that way through the skylight.
But I mean, yeah, you could break the skylight and get out.
Yeah, that's what
Instruct
the
my
actors
actors to do so.
Yeah, it's
We're
Okay.
going in the hole.
You guys got this. You got this.
Right.
Good job.
Okay, so you send the actors up to work on getting out through the skylight.
Mm-hmm.
We're going in the hole. Can we go in the hole now? Let's
Wait, we should blow up the corpse first.
Okay, before we blow up the corpse, though.
I'm so sick of that phrase.
Listen, trust me. I know of all people.
but-
Of all people, I know. But
Okay.
okay, so okay, it's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to say anything against blowing up the corpse, but I'm just wondering if maybe we go down there and find out that like there's a spirit that just wants to go to rest with its corpse or something like that, and we blew it up.
All right. Well, we'll blow
I'm
up
not
the
convinced.
corpse,
Yeah.
You're
and
right,
then
let's blow it
Myrtleine
up.
can sweep it into a nice pile.
Yes. Okay.
And it can
all right,
return
we'll
to
blow up
its
the corpse,
pile.
and then we'll contain the pieces and contain and retain the pieces. Okay,
It'll-
good.
It'll be more comfortable that way, like a beanbag chair.
Right. Oh God, I'm so glad that
You
that
are
you
so
came up with
smart.
this
You are
solution
so
because
smart.
I was I was really distraught at the thought of not blowing up the corpse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
was never an option.
I know, but I still had to consider it. Gosh. Okay, so let's blow up the corpse.
We're blowing
okay.
it up. We're blowing it up now. All right.
I've got spark if no one has matches or anything.
Oh, we got matches.
Oh, we got matches. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I don't need to waste a squib.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dried the blood off of the fuse.
How much more do you have? I mean, is this?
Oh yeah, he's got more
enough?
dynamite. Well, we should save it in case we need it again. Though.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna need dynamite.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the corpse is already loaded. You arrange it. What, like bent over in front of the door?
Yeah, like shoved up against the door
Just like
Yep.
with its butt up, so it's easier to light.
yeah.
Right. It's definitely some sort of yoga pose.
Yeah, hands down, ass up.
Okay.
Downward
is lighting
facing
it?
butt. The
Dr. Pibb,
scientist,
you're lighting it?
Mr. Dr. Pibb, yeah.
After
Mr.
all,
Dr.
I
Davis?
am a professional.
Okay. Where are the rest of you going to be?
Oh, far enough away from the explosion, but close enough to get to like watch. It's not my first explosion, okay?
Right.
Behind the doctor to protect him.
You're beside the doctor?
Behind to protect him. I will pull him
Behind
out of
the
way
doctor?
if I have to. I will
Right.
also help by throwing my body in the way if necessary.
Okay.
I will shield him with my body.
All right. Squidge, so you're like behind the tomb part of the mausoleum that has the
Yeah,
staircase
but like I'm like,
peeking over the top.
uh-huh.
Okay. Bigor.
I suppose I would probably just be with Murderline and Dr. Pibb, assuming that my actors have made it up to the skylight.
Okay. All right.
Countdown.
Should we have a countdown?
Countdown. I was thinking, Bigor, you can count, please.
Yes. 9, 8,
Yeah, look.
7.
You can
Wait,
pull some
there's
cards.
danger involved in blowing up a corpse?
So you get to 7 and it goes
7.
boom.
That sounds about right.
Because this is the dynamite that was already lit and thrown, and the only reason it didn't go off is because it got drenched by the blood. So it doesn't have a full 10 count fuse. It had like 3 left. So yeah, there is danger. I specifically asked every single one of you, and Squidge was the only one that went and hid behind something. The other 3 of you are standing around the dynamite waiting for it to go off. So yes, there's a
Yes.
I was here for it.
Because it's going to be awesome. We didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
absolutely,
well,
absolutely.
with great
I agree
awesome
with you.
because great risk, you know? All right. How
Wait,
many cards are
wait.
we pulling here?
Wait. Before the explosion happens, I do put my Zune in my pocket so it's not harmed.
Okay, the Zune will more than likely be okay.
Oh,
Well, here's what I'm going to give you. Because, Murderline, you said you were going to throw yourself in front of Dr. Pibb to shield his body. Is that
It's
still
my
the plan?
job. It is my
Okay.
job.
All right. So that is probably Bash to resist this.
Do I even have Bash?
You're essentially jumping on the grenade in hopes that it doesn't hurt you or Dr. Pibb.
Oh, it's straight up going to hurt. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Dr. Pibb, I believe you can work Myrtleine's failure into a bonus for you here.
If I choose to fail, will that
Uh-huh.
still be able to? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'm clearly choosing to fail.
Okay, you take a point of damage to your Vim and Vigor, but you get a squib out of it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I use Myrtleine's body as a shield.
Okay.
Hello.
That's probably figure.
Yeah. So that's 2.
That's 2 for the figure, 1 for the test, and 1 for Myrtleine. Bigor, how are you resisting getting blown up by a stick of dynamite?
Oh, I don't think I'm resisting.
You're just taking it?
I think I'm going to fail, yes.
All right. You get a squib and take the point of damage.
So
I
what
think,
do I
I
have
think
to
she would
beat
be
here?
too excited.
You have to beat a 10 and a 7.
Oh, is that a joker?
That's a joker.
That
Is a pair of 4s. And that wins.
There you go. All right.
You're
So-
welcome, sir.
Yeah.
I don't
I
have
mean-
to test.
You don't have to test.
Because you were hiding.
You get to see the whole spectacular explosion from the safety of the staircase.
Myrtleine,
On the count of
good
7.
work.
So
Boom.
would you like to tell us what happened and how it looked? Squidge?
Okay.
Go for it, Squidge.
Okay, so basically, Dr. Pibb he got the match ready and he held it at the ready. And then Myrtleine was behind, like not behind him, but like next to him. Okay. And then Bigor was like, very good, everyone, and ushering her actors out of the way. And then, and I'm just sitting here the whole time like this. And then, okay, so then Dr. Pibb lights the fuse, and I don't know why everybody thought it was gonna take so long, but it didn't take that long at all. And so like before it even touched the dynamite, Myrtleine had already pushed Dr. Pibb out of the way and like put her body in front of him. And Bigor was still like, ooh, and I was like, and then like I like as if it was in slow motion, the butt cheeks of the corpse rippled before the rest of the whole body exploded, and just the pieces went everywhere. Like the pieces are all over Dr. Pibb, all over Myrtleine. They're all over the side of Bigor because Bigor was looking at her actors, all over the door. We got to collect those, by the way. And then, the fire and everything, but that's like regular explosion stuff. We've all seen that before, but it was just like the absolute guts. And what I didn't realize was going to be a part of this was some of the pea soup was still in the corpse. And so like some of that's on the wall as well. It was
How
really
juicy.
beautiful.
How
It
juicy
was
was
honestly
this corpse?
I had like a little bit of a tear.
Was it a very juicy corpse?
No, it was pretty mummified. Like it's been a corpse for like a long time. The juiciest part was the pea soup.
So it goes like,
Yeah, it was more of a puff. There was definitely dust. There's like bits of it that like I swear you could write on like it was parchment, but there's pieces everywhere.
oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you for watching tonight, folks. Have a great night. Check out the other shows on Nat 21. Wave good night, folks. We are out of here.
Love ya.